it's been okay. Like, you know, classes, like, gotta love. I think sophomore year is very interesting, you know, like, feeling kind of cool, almost halfway through, but it's been a little rough, you know, like, I'm in, like, 3 AP classes, so it's been so stressful, but I'm okay.
Yeah. So is mostly the source of stress is coming from school, you think?
Yeah, kind of. Like, I think, yeah, my AP classes, like, do add a lot of stress, but I've been feeling stressed, like, outside of school, too, you know?
Yeah. What do you think that stress is coming from?
That's a good question. So, I think they've been coming, so, like, I think it's from my family. Like, I have a ton of siblings, and they're all older than me. So I'm just kind of like the baby, you know? So it's like having to go home and being around so many people all the time, and then having to go to school and being around people all the time. And then, you know, because I'm smaller than a lot of people, I'm more, like, talkative than a lot of people, or kind of awkward, so people find it kind of fun to just, like, make fun of that, and it's like that adds a lot of stress. So it's like when I want to talk up in, like, my AP classes, like, I feel like I can't, you know, like, it makes it's not fun.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. That would definitely be frustrating. So some people are making fun of you, you said?
Yeah, they've made fun of my hair, how I say things. Like, I'm from a different area, so it's like I sound different and I look different and I act different, and so it's just like, I don't know, people just find the littlest things, you know? They made fun of my feet the other day. I'm like, you have feet too.
Yeah.
So it hasn't been very fun, and it just makes me kind of look at myself in the mirror differently, and it just makes me feel worse about myself.
Yeah, I think anyone would feel that way. That's normal, and I'm so sorry that that's happening.
Thank you. That's not fun.
Yeah. How do you usually respond when someone's teasing you?
I shut down, and I just don't talk. I keep my eyes down on the ground, and I don't look at anyone. And then if it's in class, I just sit there quietly. Or if it's, like, in the middle of the hallway going from class to class or to my locker, then I just kind of retreat down a hallway where no one goes, or hide in the bathroom until, like, right before class starts, or I eat lunch by myself, just to avoid people. So.
Wow. Do you have anyone who feels like a safe person that you could talk to about it?
Well, I talk to my mom, but because there's so many of us kids at home, it's kind of hard to get that one-on-one time and that attention.
Yeah.
You know, so I wish I could talk to her more. That'd be amazing. But I don't know.
Have you expressed that to her?
No, I haven't. I don't know. She's been really, like, I don't know. She's been spending a lot more time with my older brother, so I haven't gotten to, like, have a chance to talk to her. And then when she's, like, not with my other siblings, like, she's with my dad, and they go, like, grocery shopping, or she's at work, and so it's like I never see her unless, like, we're all going to church as a family on Sundays. But aside from that, like, and then I have homework to do because of being in AP classes. There's so much homework, and so I just have to go and do that. And then it's like, I don't know, by the time I think to talk to her, it's like I have to go to sleep, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. That's frustrating.
Yeah.
So how do you feel when there's something you need to talk about but you don't get it out?
You know, I just feel kind of overwhelmed. But then I also feel kind of disheartened because of wanting to tell someone but not knowing who to tell. And then I just kind of feel very alone. And so I just kind of hide by myself a lot, you know? So it's just not fun, you know?
Yeah, wouldn't be fun. So how do your siblings are, you said you had a lot of siblings.
Mm-hmm.
They're all older.
Mm-hmm.
How are they treating you?
You know, it's different. Like, I have 2 older sisters and a brother, and it's hard because it's like my 2 older sisters are like stunning, so they just kind of like hang out with each other and then kind of like leave me alone. And then my brother and I are kind of okay, but then when he gets around his friends, he's just kind of like, who are you? You know, and so it's like, I don't know, they're nice to me, but they don't really want to like spend time with me. So it's like, and my brother's like only like 3 years older than me, and then my 2 older sisters are like 5 and 6 years older than me. I think I lose track of their ages, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, or I can't remember. Yeah, but we're a pretty big age gap, but they're kind of nice to me, but it's more of like an acknowledgement that I exist, but they don't really talk to me unless they find something funny that I did, or I don't know. So they're okay, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's frustrating. And you mentioned your sisters were like stunning. Is there a comparison there that you feel like you're comparing, or?
Yeah, it's hard because like she went to the same high school that I'm at, and so then people like, you know, people who've been making fun of me, they're like, why don't you look like your sister, you know? And it's hard because we're the same, like we're the same blood, but we don't look alike because we're different. But it's just hard when people point out the difference, you know?
Yeah.
And then like, and it's hard like being like around family. Like she never really wants to take pictures with me or anything. So it's just hard. And like she gets asked by like Victoria's Secret or modeling agencies to take pictures, and then when I just walk up, nothing, which is fine. But it's just like, yeah, I do compare myself because, you know, she has straight hair. I don't. I really don't. And she's taller and everything. So sometimes I wish I looked like her because maybe I would have more friends. Maybe I wouldn't be picked on. You know, that maybe my life would be different.
Yeah. I'm sorry you're feeling like that. And you need to hear like you are beautiful. And it's okay that you don't look just like your siblings. That's actually good, you know, that there's diversity. But I'm sorry that you think it affects the way your friendships are going. Why do you think those things are connected?
You know, I hadn't thought about that. Because, like, I think my siblings, like, they're cool, but I think my friends, like, want to be friends with me so they can be friends with my siblings, you know? Because when we all hang out together at the house, I just kind of get left alone and they go play with go hang out with my older sisters when they're home. And so sometimes I think, like, I'm just kind of there just as, like, a friend that they can use to, like, you know, but at the same time, like, I don't know, if, like, I don't think all my friends treat me like that. I think I have, like, 2 that are really nice to me. But other than that, like, I think because my siblings were popular in high school, I think they just like, want to be friends with them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry your friends are treating you like that. I don't think, yeah, those don't necessarily sound like genuine friendships as much as you'd want.
Yeah. I can agree with that. Like, now that you mention it, like, all the friends I've had so far in high school, they become my friend. They're nice to me, but they don't really like want to talk to me. They just kind of talk about like our classes or talk about what's happening at school. But then it's like when my siblings come home to visit, or come to visit at school, then they kind of just like leave me and stuff. But now you mentioned it, I think that's happened more than once than recently. So yeah, I don't know what to do about that.
Yeah. Well, how have you gone about making friends so far?
Well, I joined this event planning committee at our high school, and so I've made a few friends that way because we've gotten to plan I think we were planning homecoming and the Sadie Hawkins dance and some just fun stuff leading during the week of homecoming. They have if they have class colors, we have 4 different colors, so we're doing class color day, we're doing all these different days and stuff. So I've made 2 friends a part of that committee because we've been working together. And then at church I've made some church friends, which is awesome. So at the youth group I've been going to, so it's nice having a few friends there, but they don't go to my high school, so it makes it hard to see them,
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so you get to see them on, at church, but not in school.
Mm-hmm.
And when are you feeling the most alone? Is it mostly at school, or?
Yeah, I think when I'm at school, especially during lunchtime, and then the other half of the day, because people are planning what they want to do with their friends after classes for the day. And then when I get home, going home to such a big family, so the only place that I really feel comfortable and accepted is at church, at youth group. So
yeah. Well, I'm really glad you have that space. I think that's great.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a victory right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, treasure that in those moments. Continue to do that. Is there any other way you can maybe make friends at school or during lunch?
Well, I've seen this group of kids. There's I think there's 3 of them. They kind of sit by themselves during lunch too. I've thought about I've walked past them and I've said hi once or twice, and they've invited me to sit with them during lunch. And I don't know them. I think one of the girls is in my chemistry class, but I don't really know them very well. But I guess I could try to go and join them maybe at some point for lunch. That wouldn't be too scary. And they seem really nice. They haven't added to the comments of all the other students who've said things to me, but so I think they've also been picked on before too. So that's something I guess we could bond,
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a great idea. Start there. Why do you think it'd be scary? What might be holding you back?
I think of just maybe they won't like me, and maybe they'll get tired of talking to me. If they invite me over, but since they don't know me, they don't know how talkative I am, and everything. And so if I sat down and I talked to them, and they're like, "Dang, this girl talks a lot. What is this?" And then, if they made a comment, I would be scared if they joined in, or I think if they didn't like me because I look different, and different in everything, and I think it's just because of all the other students treating me this way. I'd be scared if they ended up doing the same thing.
Yeah, that's valid. That makes sense. But not every group of people is gonna be like that. And it sounds like these people have already invited you to sit with them. So maybe they won't be like that.
Yeah, I hope not. I think one of them even goes to, now that I remember, I think one of them actually goes to youth group too. Since I didn't know them, I just never thought to, but now that you mention it, that would be cool. Maybe I could sit with them and then invite them to go to youth group with me. And then maybe we could all hang out at youth group. And then maybe the other 2 can join us at youth group as well on Sunday. And then they can meet my friends.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, and then
That'd be
maybe,
cool.
yeah, sorry, cut you off a little. I love how you're connecting things and putting things together even now.
Yeah.
That's really cool to see. And I think that would really help that safe place you have at church. Maybe you can bring that into school, that feeling.
That would be cool. You know, I've heard of other high schools doing like prayer at the flagpole, which would be really cool to do at my school, or I don't know, getting like a group together and doing like Bible studies on our free period when we're not doing homework, like on finding like once a month or once a week or something, just to kind of like, I don't know, like you were saying, like bringing that like church culture type thing to high school.
Yeah, and it sounds like your school needs it. You know, I'm so sorry that there's so many people who treated you unkindly, and that's just not right. So, yeah, maybe you could do something to start being a change in your school.
Maybe, do you think? But so many people have said so many mean things. Like, if I were to do that, like that could even lead to more rejection and more teasing. That wouldn't be fun. But maybe now that, like, if I make those friends, like maybe it would go better. Maybe I could try it. Like, I would have to check on like if school would allow that or not, you know, or something.
Yeah, I definitely think student-led groups are allowed. I know there's You at the Pole, and I know there's things like FCA and First Priority. So, yeah, it would be worth talking to your administration and seeing their rules on it, but I think you can definitely bring your faith into your classrooms.
That'd be cool. I've heard of FCA. I've been wanting to try it out. Because on top of speaking, because doesn't it mean fellowship of, what is it?
Christian athletes.
Yeah. Okay, athletes. That's what it was. Yeah, because I'm running track in the spring, and so maybe that would be really cool to meet some other students that way, and then to tie in like all of that'd be so. I don't know if we have FCA at school, but I could ask.
Yeah.
The administrator, right? I talked to the
Yeah.
administrator.
Yeah.
Okay. That could be something I could do, quite possibly. Wow. That'd be fun. That might help, actually.
Yeah.
That might help me get out of the house and kind of like being myself and not having to live under like my sister's shadows, you know? Maybe that could help something different, right?
Absolutely. Having something of your own, especially in a big family, I think it could feel really good to have something that's your own.
Yeah. That'd be cool. And then maybe I could invite my siblings to come so they could see what I get to do
Yeah.
as part of the high school.
That's a great idea. I love that.
That'd be cool. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Awesome. Okay, and then I think like where should I I should start somewhere, right?
Yes.